What's good, y'all? I don't even know if I'm ready for this project, to be for real. Like, to be completely honest, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know if my brain is ready to grasp all the metaphors and bars that I'm predicting is going to be on this. Even the cover scares me. I feel like at this point, everybody knows the kind of alien Black Thought is when it comes to just rapping, honestly. Like, just being able to rap on a level that people only dream of getting to. My history with Black Thought goes all the way back to when he was the lead MC for the popular rap collective, The Roots. Their album that came out in 1999, Things Fall Apart, is still in my top 50 albums of all time, and it's probably not gonna move. When you look at how Black Thought raps now versus how he rapped back in, let's say, 1996, he still has the same approach, in my opinion. Still able to maintain that rough Philadelphia exterior, but internally he still has that down-to-earth energy like a poet. When I hear Black Thought rap, I just sit there in awe of the fact that a human is able to possess this much talent with anything you do. Like, how are you able to do this shit? He been outside making noise for the past few years too, with the Funk Flex freestyle, did that Crown for Kings verse for Benny, had that verse on Freddie Gibbs' Bandana album, so he been eating. He been eating good. This album is fully produced by Danger Mouse, who I'm gonna say I'm not too familiar with personally. The most I know about him is that he fully produced Gorilla's second album. I know he participated in a lot of the production on A$AP Rocky's At Long Last A$AP. I think that was the one. I think he did some work on his previous one before that too. Let me know in the comments. He did one of my favorite MF Doom albums and The Mouse and the Mask, so I know a little bit about Buddy. I ain't totally oblivious. From what I do know, he comes from that alternative hip hop background, so I'm expecting some production that's kind of out of the ordinary of typical hip hop. The features on here got me more excited than anything. I can't cap. We got Raekwon, Joey Badass, MF Doom, Russ. What the fuck Russ doing on here? No disrespect to Russ, but I fuck with Russ, but hey man, how he slipping here? I haven't heard any of the singles that dropped, so everything I listen to now is gonna be fresh to me. I haven't heard shit, as usual. Let's go. Track 1, Sometimes. I'm still scared, just in case y'all wondering. See, I hate when I know the sample, but I don't know it. My mom would be really disappointed in me right now.
Prisoners of Azkaban, thinking of a master plan. Images of grand about Jamel Sabaz, Dapper Dan. The visions vary, this shit is scary. Inform your team. Sinner who's casting all the stones. We can manage, but with the home team advantage. Most people won't see the damage. Guess I'm gonna need a bandage. For the cameras and abandoning their manners for lies that intertwine like a violet vine.
Why? Why did I do this? Why did I choose to do this? Wait, hold on, bro. Is this what Danger Mouse coming with? I'm not even getting to Black Thought yet. I'm gonna put him to the side because honestly, bro, I don't know. I don't know. Still don't know what sample that is, man. What sample is that? That's gonna kill me. You just gotta be a certain type of producer to have your beat not be mixed greatly at all. It's actually mixed bad, and it still sounds heavenly. It still sounds great. I don't know no other words to use, but astonishing. This is my type of shit. And if you've been watching me for a minute, you know this. Black Thought already doing what he does best. I don't even know why I chose to do this for a first reaction. He's coming at us with this out of this world wordplay and vocabulary that it's going to take me about 5 to 6 listens to understand the message he's trying to get across. But as far as flow, as far as delivery, as far as building up a story, because I can tell that's what he did during this track, even though I didn't grasp the whole concept, it's just amazing, man. It's just amazing that he's able to do this still at 50 years old. Is he 50? I might be a little off on that. I know he's been in the game for like 30 years. A center that casted all the stones that he can manage. But with the home team advantage, most people don't see the damage. To me, that sounds like he's speaking on what goes on within your surroundings. You know how when you grew up and they always used to say, suck it up or get back up, you ain't hurt. That's what that line sounds like to me, in my opinion. He's saying, yeah, I've sinned, but what do you think is going on behind that? What do you think is behind that? It's a lot of hurt and damage behind what you see at face value. It's like you're a product of your environment in a sense. It's kind of like how they always used to say the bully at school usually has a horrible home life, most likely does. He's most likely sinning at school because when he goes home, he's pretty much living in hell. Great start to the project. Danger Mouse impressed me with that. I ain't gonna lie. It's a simple sample flip, but the energy around it just speaks authentic. Track 2, we got the title track, Cheat Code. Oh my God.
Cheat code, playing with unlimited free throws. They running the strip like the women in peep shows, paying price. Yeah, you got the streets of Philly flooded like Puerto Rico. You get McNabb like Donovan, it's Finitos. The trap house that got us in. Won't take his name in vain. Like a lot of niggas probably got a seaside colleges. And common sense isn't what they teaching in colleges. Shit, it's real when you the law shit.
Facts. Facts. They don't teach that shit in high school neither. I like what he mentioned before that line too about how a lot of black people have to go see psychologists or get any type of therapy. What we've seen growing up, what we've been taught growing up, I feel like most of the time we have to go talk to somebody in order to get that energy off of us, in order to let loose. I love that recently that's been a forward narrative because, you know, back then a lot of people didn't believe in therapy, especially where we come from. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't believe in it, but we're opening our eyes to what that can potentially grant us in the future.
Jump and bounce back off the glass ceiling, back to stealing, to that's appealing. We'll grab the kids and shield them. We need a like a hole in the head, sword in the side, in the hood, mouth full of blood, takes to the same sting, playing the game, trying.
Bro, he's literally going down the line of what we go through on a daily basis. Bro, this nigga is really, oh my, he didn't have to make it this complex, but it's Black Thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else do you expect? Chase the Grim Reaper with Hennicide. How? How do you even come up with something like that? I don't get it. The production is great, but like it's clearly the background. It's clearly the back because you have to focus on what Black Thought is saying. If you miss one line, the story's gone. Like, you don't know where you are. Better get the cheat code before you get Rico. And man, when we playing in this video game of life, man, we on the hard level. It just is what it is. We on the hard level, so we need cheat codes in order to win. The way Black Thought is just gliding over this production is raunchy. It's dusty. It's old as hell. You can tell it's some old shit, but that's the great thing about Black Thought when he's rapping. It doesn't matter what's in the background. He's gonna make it sound modernized because he's always speaking on something that has to do with what's going on in the present day. Even though he'll disguise it in his complex lyrics, it will still be something that you can take and learn from what he's spitting. He's one of them dudes that he doesn't waste a line. He doesn't waste a bar. This whole song right here, it felt longer than what it was. I think it was like 2 minutes, but he just kept going. No hook, no none of that shit. He don't need that. I love how throughout the whole song, he's just going down the line of the different struggles that we go through as black people, the different hoops that we have to jump through, all of the improvising that we have to implement into our life to even get to where we want to get to. To be honest with you, I'm one of them niggas that still hasn't found out the cheat codes. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's shared them with me yet. Track 3, The Darkest Part, featuring Raekwon and, oh Lord, Raekwon and Kid's, damn, Kid's sister? I ain't seen that name in a while. Oh, these beats sound so fucking old, but it's great. I love it.
Like Thelonious at the underground piano, dressed in camo, the grenades, guns, and ammo. I came to take back that other 2/5 of a man's soul, from a silhouette standing in the aperture to
I'm not ready. I all know an enslaved person, they considered them 3/5 of a man back in the day. So he came to take back the other 2/5. Fuck y'all niggas.
Young gorilla just scrambling for Africa. Prep the will accept nothing but a massacre. One hand loads the clip, fill the rubber on the grip. We do kinesiology with no apology.
Oh no.
The deeper the breath, the louder the scream. I cower between the two monsters out of my dream. Minds went unseen. To me they done something. They tried to clip my wings, but not before I understood how they became. Soul was something before we became earthlings.
The soul was something before we became earthlings. It was though, and they still around now. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? Hi. I know you're looking at me.
I guess technically I'm on another echelon. It just gets to me the way you lay the pressure on.
See, I'm not a person that's gonna lie. My vocabulary isn't there yet. It's the same problem I had with the Lupe reaction, first reaction. These niggas is smart. I think I'm pretty smart as well, but I mean, he got 50 years of knowledge and I only got Well, I don't want to express my age because I look young and I want people to think I'm young.
Hands like Roy Jones, King Tut bracelet on, encrusted, flooded in stone. What?
Why does Raekwon's verse sound like it was stripped off of a Wu-Tang album? This nigga mixed like it's 1996.
In our streets, the moon is the park. We can't park and shit. Say no other, we the jungle brothers.
That's probably the least favorite out of the 3 tracks I heard on here so far. I like the production, even though it sounds old as shit. I love Black Thought's flow on here. Like I said, it's just something about his wordplay and the way he squeaks in and out of the different instruments that are behind him. The hook by Kid Sister on here, it was okay. It wasn't bad. I'm actually glad they used an actual voice and not a sample to bridge over into the next verse. That was pretty creative in my opinion because it does sound like a sample when she's singing. Sounds like an older record that they just placed in between the 2 verses or 3 verses. I mean, because Raekwon came on the 3rd verse, but Raekwon's verse I'm actually kind of disappointed in, and I'm mostly disappointed because it wasn't because of the lyrics, it was because of the mixing. I can kind of barely hear him over this loud production. It sounded like he recorded this shit in a box, to be honest with you. I mean, it's no way in hell that him and Black Thought was in the same room while recording this. It just sounded too different, and it kind of threw me off towards the end there. But I like the 2 verses from Black Thought. I feel like it's just kind of hard for Black Thought not to rap good on records now. You know what I'm saying? Or ever. It's just in his DNA. So, you know, you can never go wrong with a Black Thought verse, especially a lengthier one or 2 for that matter. This is the first time we've actually gotten a hook on this project so far to break the 2 verses up.
What is this?
Wind at my face, down at my heels. At the end, I'm winning this race. Only thinking I'm children. I just add weight to the bag until a bag break. That holy swag make the cash. If I don't work, then I won't eat. Time keeps running like a river, it don't cease. How they try to do me like coaches. The flow so obese, it's bringing a slow.
Coolie high. You're not doing me like Cold Cheese neither. What the hell?
Gratified, grinning, blink, blinging, no gold teeth. My hammers ain't for brandishing. Canada's own me, please. You ain't fucking with
Oh my!
I got everybody lean mugging like Nick Nolte, but now I won't.
Hey, that nigga Nick Nolte do be looking bad all the time, though.
I'm in the top 3. They ain't never lied. Stop fooling that play king.
Stop, shut up. You just can't beat Black Thought's flow. It's just impossible because he doesn't stop. He literally doesn't take a breather at all. And like I said, he doesn't waste not one word.
God on the microphone, praise the Lord. Anybody disagree with me, then praise your sword.
Nobody's disagreeing.
See, this right here is exactly what I wanted from Black Thought personally. You know, because we all know he can be this educational professor towards us. You know what I'm saying? We all know he can teach us everything that we don't know. We all know he can use these big words and just throw them out there like it's saying and. You know what I'm saying? We know he can do that. But on this track, he said, fuck that, and I'm going to just tell you who I am. Nobody's better than me. And he just showcased that. I'm top 3. And if anybody want to disagree with that, raise your sword. Listening to Black Thought over the years, you can tell he's a movie buff, and I am as well. That's what I relate to him on a lot of occasions. So, you know, I like the movie references he threw in there. Billy Bathgate, you know what I'm saying? Gang, gang, Coolie High. He went to Mob movie. He went to the Hood movies. He went to Nick Nolte mad ass. But this is particularly what I want to hear from Black Thought on the rest of this project. I want him to drop his nuts. That's all I want him to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to learn today. Danger Mouse came with his 1970s aesthetic on this one. You know how they rolling down in the hoop there? You know niggas just smoking crack in the car? This beat would be the exact soundtrack for that. Curtis Mayfield would be proud right now. That's my favorite song on here by far. It's not because it's the most easily to understand, but that has something to do with it. Now to my most anticipated track personally. Let me fix this right. Because Joey Badass, Russ, and Dylan, who's this? Dylan who? Dylan Cartledge. God damn, bro. You just can't beat soul. I'm pretty sure I've said that in like 15 of my videos, but you just have to keep saying it because you can't let it die. These beats are cheat codes in itself. I feel like Danger Mouse knew what he was doing with that. I'm gonna come with some cheat code beats that nobody's gonna be able to hate. You can't hate on these.
My brothers drop down in their knees and make poor. Popsicle sticks race down the curry into the sewer. The next American killing birds with one stone is what we stay on. Wingspan never too wide for you to play on. Swords torn umbilical cords to cut them short. Translation.
Oh my God.
We took shoestrings, lemon drops, and shit.
Oh, he's back.
I was locked by Sully Red nigga, no Machiavelli. Disinheritance, I will snatch a shoulder bag from somebody, mama. Am I cancerous? Can't discuss what the short answer was. Hungry.
Yes, nigga. You are cancerous if you do that. What you mean you can't discuss what the short answer was? The short answer was yes, nigga.
Niggas below the poverty line live under the gun. We all scheming savages, ain't for me the reason to die. We die just because.
34 cruising through Medina. I was just in New York before I had demeanor. Had to hit the staircase just to hold the reefer.
Hey, bro, I relate to that, boy. When you wanted to smoke so bad and you had to go out in the hallway just to roll up. Just to roll up, though. You had to step outside to smoke because the security guards used to come and be like, hey, I got a stack of quarters right here to call the police.
They was looking for hard drugs and armory. Mama told me not to let that shit bother me. Move cautiously, so the streets will never bother me. But she don't know that part of me. Yeah, my girl told me I should watch my.
Hold on. Before Russ even go, you just gotta give props to this nigga because for him to get a placement on something like this, like that's big, bro. Like you on this bitch with MF Doom, Joey Badass, Raekwon, proven lyricist. You know what I'm saying? Like Conway. For you to be on a Black Thought album and him show that kind of respect for you as an MC, like that's big, bro.
Girl told me I should watch my tongue. My skin gets red too easy. She don't wanna change it, ain't like Washington. Having Mrs. Perfect with me and still chasing approval from other women. I'm a glutton, a fragile shell. My money split the king and queen up, then the castle fell. The tension in the air. I don't vacation, dog. I guilt trip.
Playlist.
Bruh, the production on here is so nostalgic. Like I wasn't even born yet when this sound was popular, but you can just feel what it was like back then through these beats. I like how all three of these dudes came together to talk about their own personal journeys and the stages of their come up. Pretty much get a taste of everybody's hometown and adolescent upbringing within their verses. To me, of course, Black Thought was the standout on this track, but I feel like Joey and Russ did their part in carrying their weight, honestly. To me, this was more of a storytelling track rather than seeing who can rap the best, which I can respect because I don't think either one of them could have out-rapped Black Thought. You know, I don't think that was even a thought in their mind. You know, no point intended. Don't ask me how. But I just respect the fact that he gave them a chance and a slot to tell their story alongside one of the best lyricists ever. I'm not going to lie. I would have been surprised at Russ's lyricism if I didn't hear Chomp 2, but because I heard that project already, it already made me aware of his capabilities as a rapper. God damn. Track 6, Belize, featuring MF Doom.
They told me even when the record skip, keep it rolling on the shoulder like a California highway patrolman. This something for the shooters and back and forth commuters who never knew the difference in laws and jurisprudence. Highly enveloped and activating my melanin. Y'all failing to see what's shaking besides gelatin. News bulletin, fuck the thick skin, I got me an exoskeleton. The how to close the coldest court holders with bars as hard as Angola.
Bro, that fucking horn that's coming in, I can't do it, man. Oh my, what's his name again? Fuck, I just forgot to produce his name. Fuck. And it just creeps up on you too. Like you don't even know what's coming. You so focused on Black Thought's rapping, you forget that's even in the beat.
Don't get rude with the dude off chips, the mood switch. She chewed off strips of a blue witch. Major blue booty twitch and the crew rich bitch. Hated the rap sound, debated the crap until he felt he had it mapped down. Verb for that matter, had no doubt for a herb who chatter.
Oh, you can tell this is a verse Black Thought just had in the cut for a minute. You can tell because his flow isn't really going with the beat. It's not like MF Doom ever flows on beat or anything like that, but you can just tell by his vocal inflections and, you know, so he's so far behind the production. You can tell that he didn't record it over the beat. It's not overlaid, but it just sounds so good to hear a new Doom verse, man.
The energy is crazy. Far as he was concerned, the enemy was lazy. Before he flees to Belize, in case he forgot to mention, squeeze these. Back in the days of no laces, on a slow pace, they used to say he might could go places. Man, whatever the case is.
Man, it's just a blessing to hear these two poets with amazing lyrical prowess on the same track together again. Like, this is hip hop, man. Like, if it's not anything else, this is fucking hip hop. I think these two are able to complement each other so well because they just get each other. Like, they just get it. Like, a lot of people, you know, that listen to MF Doom or even, you know, have rapped with him on certain occasions, they've even explained in certain interviews and in certain articles that they don't even get what he's saying sometimes. But you can just tell him and Black Thought are always on the same page when they're rapping together. Like, I just want to see how their studio sessions were going. Like, that's all I want to see. I want to peek into there and see how both of their minds work. And I'd be like, damn, what planet are y'all from? Danger Mouse did his thing on the production as he's done on all of these. Like, bro, he really impressed me. It's not like I wasn't impressed with him before, but it's just I didn't really know that much about him. A lot of people don't even know who the fuck this is, and I was one of them for a long time. It's kind of hard to say who won on that record because it didn't even seem like it was a competition as much as I wanted it to be a competition. If I give it to anybody, I'm giving it to MF Doom. I'm not gonna say this is the best beat on the project, but it's most definitely my favorite. Track 7, Aqua Marine, featuring Michael Kawanuka. What the? I could just listen to this project with straight production and without Black Thought's rapping, and I'm cool. But I love Black Thought's rapping, so I don't even know why I said that. You know what I'm saying? But the production is just so fucking good.
Libra to Libra, from cold water to fever, to World War III, from the treaty side to Geneva. Emerged from the beach where it struck gold, Eureka. The morning star, Tariq, I was born to be a teacher. She was too old. My bars is hard as solid gold bullion. My name in the
Yes, they are.
I'm a king. I'm dipped in God's black complexion. Survival of the fittest is the natural selection. Stay like a solid.
Bro, this song make me feel like I'm going up into space in a station wagon, and the radio is old as shit.
I don't know if to bob my head like this or like this.
Convenience, even non-believers make players. Haters and naysayers is buried in cake layers. The vehicle should swerve, learn to lean into the curb. After working up the nerve on my people inside, I walk where your God was close enough to see the flesh of his eyes. The threat behind the message where the testament lies.
Fucking fire, man. I walked around with that iron for any wrinkle in time. Oh my. To me, this comes off as a sort of redemption song for Black Thought. You know, he's giving you a tree of all the trials and tribulations that he had to go through, from him being, you know, a nigga that sold reefer on the street to being this MC that we all know and love at this point. He said he was going to be a teacher, whether a scorpion or a frog. To me, that comes off as him, you know, acknowledging the fact that he was either going, you know, educate people on the streets or do it in the form that, you know, he's delivering it to us now, which is over music. It sounds like he's letting it be known that he's grown so much over his 50 years of life. And at this point, he's reflecting on, you know, how far he's come and, you know, that he's proud of himself. He's letting us know in a real cold-hearted way that he's from a place in Philadelphia where folks fight depression, wives have to pack protection, lives lack direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's letting us know in a cold-hearted way where he's come from. He's letting us know how much he had to fight and how much he had to stiff arm that crabs in the barrel mentality to get to where he is today, to becoming the man that he is today. Danger Mouse, man. I don't even need to say nothing. Track 8, Identical Deaths.
It sounds like some mad villainy shit.
Proven effective by clinical tests for living many lives, dying identical deaths. I thought, why? How can I have a talk with God that was interview West? The warrant for your arrest by the karma police. The Dharma was deep.
Oh, the karma police. Are they gonna come for us all?
We went to either Lorenz Stance or La Raza. I met the monster on the rooftop of the plaza. The teleprompter said it's stop. If you could read my mind, you heed the signs first. Anchor, keep out, danger.
Read the signs. Keep out. There's danger over here. Wait, is that it?
That was a deep, short track by Black Thought, something that we're not used to hearing from him. That's probably the slowest flow that he's had on this entire project so far. It was a little easier to digest, I will say that. On this one, it seems like he's still going down that dark path of reflecting on the struggles that he's had over the years. And this one, it seems like it's more of an internal thing rather than the shit that's going on around him. Talking about his vices being caffeine, chronic, and vodka. You can tell niggas old when they say chronic. It's weed, bro. He mentions that he had an interview as Talk with God, and the Lord basically told him that, you know, this is karma coming back to bite you after all of the things that you've done in your younger years or you've done in the past. That's why it seems like nothing was going right for him at the moment. This is a nice little short piece right here, but Black Thought, being who he is as a lyricist and being how down to earth he is as a person, he actually got a lot through in this short piece right here. You know, it's kind of like how you write in a paper and, you know, a thesis basically opens up the whole thing. That's what this sounds like, where he's talking about that dark road he had to go down in order to find himself again. So yeah, this was good. Track 9, Strangers, featuring A$AP Rocky and Run the Jewels. Okay, this is that alternative hip hop background that I was talking about from Danger Mouse. Now we getting some of that. Now we getting
Strangers who speak anything with my language. Too many fuck boys acting like they tough guys. I'ma call you bluff guys. Let me see you walk right.
Keep the 4-5 close, get your lo-fi smoke. Like the Wi-Fi broke, get the wise guy joke. One time when I was ducking from the one time, this one time weapon on my left side, I'm gunshot. Swimming in one fish, two fish, red with, blue with.
Ooh, he picked that up. At first I was like, all right, I don't know.
Cyclops eyes, straight stage, shout and revive. I wear the poltergeist in history, hardly alive. The kid will never compromise, I'll whack you bastards. Slid into the vacuum and left, stabbing and ramming. I stole a demon from God's villa. A God body with temperament of a Godzilla. And you ain't flower linen and writing in red ink again. And I'm a linen with women pleasure and pink again. Popping with the same pistol they pop Reagan with. I'm all nation, so fuck with me on the cash. But all my chains on when I rap, bitch, I'm Ghostface.
Killer Mike, baby. That was a cool track in my opinion. Not one of my favorites, surprisingly, being that I like Run the Jewels a lot. I like Rocky a lot. Of course, I love Black Thought. I guess the beat wasn't really my cup of tea. Like I said in the beginning, it's a little more on the alternative side. So being that this album was mostly all hip hop with soul samples embedded, it kind of threw me off a little bit. I liked A$AP Rocky's rapping a lot. My favorite verse was probably from Killer Mike. I'll leave you in the seat that Lincoln was shot in. I'll shoot you with the same pistol they shot Reagan with. Yeah, I've always been a person that's liked Killer Mike character-wise and lyrical-wise. As far as between him and LP, I've always liked him a lot more. I'm a fan of Run the Jewels 1 and 2, but it's mostly because of Killer Mike, in my opinion. I'm just throwing that out there. I feel like the way he rhymes and so just certain things that he says on records as far as political wise resonate with me way more than what LP has to say. Track 3, track 10, Close to Famous. I'm Not Even High. What is that, an Oregon?
I'm from a city where it's violent and it's overcrowded. I put it on the map, y'all ain't even know about it. Way to go the route, show you what a soldier about. Big boy arms I'm holding out, clips folding out. Spit 100 bars, I spit 100 rounds. You run 100 yards, tackle y'all and show you how the thunder sounds. Light years beyond, not behind the line. I will separate the dog from truly divine.
How are you light years not behind the line? How is that possible?
Sick, but they not near sick as I'm. Rappers are slick, but they not near slick as I'm. I don't give a flying. Stop signifying, stop doing the more. Absolutely identify.
See, when Black Thought start rapping this aggressively, y'all just gotta move out the way. But what he say? Run out of bounds. But he's still gonna tackle you, like he said. When the thunder sound, I'm Mike with a chord. I never do a show without it. He's showing his age right there. That's kind of like saying, you know, you still have the earphones and not the earbuds. I like how on this whole project, I mean, this isn't anything new that Black Thought is doing. He's always done this on his albums, but I like the fact that he's putting 215 on the map. I love that he's making it seem like a hard enough place to grow up in, but he's showing that he's that light that has grown from that place. He's the poet. He's the one that made it known for the other side and not just the violence. Because he's preaching throughout this whole album. Yeah, I came from a place where it was hard growing up. Yeah, you know, I had to go through my trials and tribulations as a young adult or just as a kid in general. But look what I've became. You know, he's setting an example for other people coming out of Philadelphia who look up to him. I respect that coming from him because at this point in his career, he doesn't have to do that. I feel like any rapper that's at the point where, you know, you've been 30 years in the game, you never have to show that much respect. But him choosing to do this just shows the kind of person he is, and he really loves the city that he came from. This is just another record where Black Thought is just getting his shit off, period. He letting niggas know. You know, he tried to start off the record kind of civilized and, you know, I'm from here, you know, I blossomed in this, but he flipped the script real quick. Ever since I seen Black Thought do that Funk Flex freestyle, I don't think there's anything that he can't do in the studio, because if you can go 10 minutes straight off the top of the dome, well, I'm not gonna say it was off the top because I think that's fucking impossible the way he did that. But just being able to memorize that shit. You can see how he raps like this on records. It's easy to him. This is nothing. You know what I'm saying? This ain't 10 minutes worth. This only 2. You spit 100 bars, I spit 100 rounds. There's a difference. There's levels to this. Shaq 11 Saltwater. You had to conform to Griselda on this one. I'm not mad at it. Look at, I'm not mad at it. 'Cause I love me some Griselda. I ain't gonna lie. But damn, I kind of did want to hear Conway on one of them. So let me play it first.
In the whip with 2 low seats and new gold teeth. You never learn math in school. You cut class so you can't count what's in the clip. You just blast. I feel your mind spinning in place. The streets is a bitch. You up in the club with her. You should cease and desist, but you too in love with her. Know the L hold about to be you instead of me. Why? Cause you a dick head. I'm a dick Gregory.
Yeah.
3 in the morning, lurking in that Pontiac. Where I'm from, you gotta take your pole even when you go to the laundromat. Get on, niggas try to lie.
Niggas still be going to laundromats? I stopped that a long time ago, man. I done got my clothes snatched too many times. Cause I'm not staying at the laundromat for fucking 3 hours to wash some loads. You know what I'm saying? That's probably my fault though. I ain't gonna lie. That's definitely my fault, cause you can't leave your shit in the hood like that. You know what I'm saying? They steal your bag and everything.
Buffalo nigga that catch the bodies back. Hold up, rewind me back. They heard me ride, catch me inside the trap. Knocking off a 90 pack right by the door with a Mac 90 at. Sign me back. The contract worth a few mil, but I ain't signing that.
That beat fit Conway's flow almost identically. Like it was just a marriage happening right there. He didn't even have to do too much. He just does what he does. You know what I'm saying? This is Conway. Conway out here having beef with Funk Flex and shit. And Black Thought got the best freestyle on Funk Flex ever. Now, I don't know why that just crept into my mind, but that's funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if that's why Black Thought got him on the song. You know what I'm saying? Come over here, young fella. I got you. Fuck Flex. I'm on that wave too. Fuck Flex, man. See, I can't say fuck him. I can't be out here choosing sides when I don't know either party. Right? And isn't that called hating? I can't do that. Flex is an old nigga, man. Conway old too though, so I don't know why he out here calling niggas old. That's most definitely the grimiest track on here, and it's one of my favorites. I wasn't expecting that. Black Thought is just the ultimate chameleon when it comes to rapping on any beat. He's not going to conform to the beat. The beat is going to conform to his flow. Track 12, Violas and Lupitas. It sound like some mob shit.
Juke joint party lights lit the Harlem nights. Peas and rice made a jewel inside of Garveyites. Someone all his life rolling dice that was dirtier than gaudy ice. I'm overqualified, but I'ma come along for the ride. Supreme, my jean jacket for the shoot was Jean Gaultier. Philly, PA, we been getting ours the Brody way. Since the glory days like Springsteen, I've been clean. Any garment on me that thing mean. My insane, tell me chauvinist crabs is over with. I'm a globalist, kill shit quicker than Hussein could run 100 meter.
That's fast as shit. The backdrop to that song sounds like some shit that would be in the background of a famous mob wedding. You remember how, you know, in Godfather 1 when she was getting married? Yeah, this sounds like that would be in the background of that. You know what I'm saying? The beat was so beautiful. It's sad but happy at the same time. She's getting married, but people are dying in here. That was a beautiful way to set up the album, in my opinion. It had a lot to do with the production. Because it does sound like Black Thought was just rapping on that record. It wasn't no point that he wanted to get across. It wasn't really a concept going with that record. But I feel like the production really led to the credits for this album, I would say. How do I feel about this album? This album was great in my opinion. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I feel like this album was great, and I'm gonna go on a limb and say this is one of the best projects I heard all year. I have to go back and listen to it again, of course, because it's Black Thought, but I'm calling it. Just the setting based around this whole thing, it felt like I was placed smack dab in like the mid 1970s with all the different sample flips and percussion sounds all around the board coming from Danger Mouse. I would say he shined just as bright as Black Thought did on this project. And Black Thought, I mean, he just proved to us once again that he's an alien living amongst us all. His wordplay was phenomenal. His topics and concepts, when they existed, were so polished and well written. And being able to mix topics such as Black excellence and Black struggle in one song is just a remarkable skill, and it just shows how his mind works when it comes to writing. And for him, it always seems like the end goal is to uplift and educate the Black community about ourselves. But I feel like him doing it is so important because he's coming from an era where he had to deal with some of the worst turmoil just because of the color of his skin. And him being able to translate that to the youth and it still sounds fresh, it's just sensational to me. I don't know. And within that, he hasn't lost a step of lyrical prowess. He's still the Black Thought that we all know and love to listen to. The backdrop for him rapping on this album was just heaven for a guy like me that loves soul samples and great lyrics. I gotta give credit to Danger Mouse again for that. Like, I can't give him enough credit. I liked most of the features on this project as far as where they were placed. The only ones I would say I was pretty disappointed in and wasn't really happy with was the Raekwon and LP features. I just thought the mixing was so low and off for both of them, and because of that, it kind of made it hard for me to enjoy throughout the project. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I could barely understand them niggas. It was like the beats were overpowering their verses. Standout features for me were definitely MF Doom, Conway, and everybody on the song because everybody. Russ, Joey Badass, Black Thought, all of them. Oh, and Michael Kawanuka, I gotta give credit to him for that sample like chorus on Aquamarine. That's the song, right? Aquamarine. I was about to say Aquaman. Yeah, to me, this was a major dub for Black Thought and Danger Mouse as a collective, not just individually, but as a collective, they really came together and made something special. What's my favorite tracks? Let me see. I'm gonna go with No Gold Teeth, Because, Belize. Damn, yeah, that was a stupid 3-track run right there. Close to Famous and Saltwater. Those are my favorite tracks. Hopefully Black Thought don't go on the cut again. I kind of enjoy his features he do on other people's projects. If this project get the critically acclaimed success or attention that I think is going to get, I don't think he's gonna be rapping that much longer. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna chill and eat off this. But yeah, y'all already know who it is. It's Snoopy. Let me know how y'all feel about the album in the comments. Flood them joints, man. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to subscribe. I'm gone. Yee.